Hi everyone, it's CherryEnchantress. I'm here again with your weekly love message from your person. Your person can represent anything from a crush to a twin flame. Now I have to say, on this channel in particular, I don't know, I usually channel, like I usually attract kind of the higher energy love, so twin flame seems to come out a lot, just saying. But really, put yourself where you see yourself in the reading. If you don't even have a person, you can see this as somebody coming to you from the future, or you can see this as sort of a message from your higher self, maybe. This time I'm going to use just my decks plus Romance Angels and Deja's deck, because I love it so much and she's been so sweet to me reaching out. And then these will be our markers from the Energy Oracle. Pile 1 is Caring Connections, Pile 2 is Happy Family, and Pile 3 is Man Holding a Heart. And those are your three choices. Let's release our breath. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, release your breath. That felt good. Open your eyes. Now let them drift to the pile meant for you. You definitely can choose more than one and in any order you like. So sometimes, and I've seen this happen most of the time, there's kind of a bigger story, and not always is one the beginning, two the middle, and three the end. Sometimes it's a big story kind of with a combination of the piles moved in different spots, if you want to look at it that way. But you can definitely, just like movies that have sequels, you know, the number one stands alone. So just look at it like that if you want to as well. Whatever you're attracted to. You can be attracted to your timestamp number, or just 1, 2, or 3, or you can do sort of like is it hot method? Which one's the hottest? Nothing is standing out for me today. It may be none of them, or maybe all of them. All right, so let's begin. So let me just read you more specifically what Caring Connections is about. This is definitely a connection, but it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it can be. It can be something very important to you. This card indicates just a very important connection, a friendship, a partnership of two, and possible love. This card shows a couple in a tender embrace with the woman holding the blossoms of new love. Like the community card, this reveals a caring connection, but usually between two people only. This card upright signals the beginning or deepening of kindred spirit friendship, or even the appearance of new love. It can also signify formal business partnerships, or maybe can signify meeting somebody through work. When this card appears, be on the lookout for new connections presenting themselves. The relationship you already share may become more intimate, purposeful, or present at this time, and then notice the opportunities to forge new or deeper bonds. There may be a tender karmic connection at hand. Now, I didn't do any kind of new moon reading because I was busy with birthday stuff, but yeah, now we're into the new moon, and it is growing, and during this waxing phase we are going to experience the new things that coming into our life, and astrologically there's a lot going on as far as communication, clearing out the old and bringing in the new, and communicating and reaching out. So if you would like an affirmation to go with this so you can keep attracting this energy, say, I open my heart and life to a truly caring connections. The ideal friend and partner is coming to me now. So be it. Yes. All right. So let's start off with my biggest deck, which is the Faery Forecast Oracle. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this booklet in my shop. But if you buy this deck, you can get this booklet for free. I will send it to you. All right. The deck is available through makeplayingcards.com. Okay. Let's see what your fairy forecast is. Let's see, what is your fairy forecast? What is your fairy forecast? This predicts timing and sort of the atmosphere of the situation or future situation at hand. Since you picked caring connections, I feel either a new love or a deepening of an existing love. Yes, very nice. Crescent moon, which is, wow, the Monday after a new moon. Well, I think the new moon was on the Monday. So today may be even the crescent moon, or the next coming days you'll see as the new moon starts to grow again, it becomes a crescent moon. And so during the crescent moon phase, something might be stirring up. Maybe you will get close to somebody. Maybe you will get a kiss from somebody that you've been wanting to kiss, you know? Maybe just like this picture, that you will get an embrace, you know, their arms will wrap around you and you'll get a flower, a gift of some sort, and you'll get a kiss too. This is an auspicious night is coming towards you, and this can indicate a date night with someone special. The waxing crescent moon indicates still more to come. And if it was the waning, which is, we're in a waxing phase right now, but if you guys are watching during a waning phase, the waning crescent or disseminating moon shows something getting smaller, less intense, and like a more calm period in your life. This is the time that it's ripe to kiss the girl, so maybe before the last petal falls or the clock strikes midnight, time is of the essence here. Kiss that girl, because it might not last. The moment might not last long enough for you to grab it at this moment, you know? Sometimes you have to have a bit of impulsiveness. Sometimes, right? Sometimes being impulsive works. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of the romance angels onto this and see what we have here. Message from the romance angels, which are the baby cherubs and also the archangels. Let's see, what is your message? Ooh, another hug. Lots of hugging going on. And this is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So if there was something that was bothering you about a relationship, maybe there's lack of communication, maybe something going on, a little bit of distance. Just know that, oh my God, and I hope you don't hear that noise too badly, but somebody's sawing or something. I think they've been building a fence all week long. Of course, they pick right now to go back to work on it. But maybe I'll pause a little bit. Okay, well, I don't know. I think they're still doing it, but anyway, bear with me, because I don't know when they'll be completely done or not. Anyway, so caring connections. I feel like a lot of embracing here, and those of you might be like almost on the verge of giving up a situation or a relationship or pursuit of someone, and the romance angels are just saying, no, hang in there, work on your partnership. It's going to be okay. So next we're going to use Erotic Enchantment, also another one of my decks that you can get Printer Studio. Let's see what Erotic Enchantment has to say. This is the sexy one. Okay. Whew. See what's coming out. Wow, entwined. Look at all of this. Ooh, a lot of passion. And surrendering, my two favorites. Well, I have a lot of favorites, but those two definitely were two of the best. The depth and surrendering the depth and breadth of my being, and entwined, all wrapped up in each other. I mean, if this is not happening soon, just know this is where your relationship can go. It can become all consuming and passionate and just completely and undeniably wrapped up in each other, just really, really feeling the connection, the love, the chemistry, it's just a deep, sweet, amazing embrace, and looks like some good love making too. All right. So next I'm going to use my, this is my silver edition, which has just came out. I did this sort of a little bit of embossing myself, but it comes in this really nice matte box. So let's use the Enchanted Romance Silver Edition Tarot deck to get a message here about your person. What's going on? What's going on in the future for you guys? What do you have to look forward to? It looks like a lot of lovey-dovey stuff. So don't give up, because at least this is what they want. They're dreaming of all of this with you, and this is what's coming to you. Okay, so he may be a Hierophant type, holy, religious, ritualistic, somebody who likes to follow the rules, somebody. I always feel like this is like the priest who is sort of off limits, right? Because he has a relationship with God, but cannot have relations with women, But what it really, the traditional meaning, of course, has to do with, the Hierophant has to do with the higher self, being connected, very connected with your higher self. You can be this Hierophant or your person, but strong intuition and strong spirituality. The spirituality can be rooted within a particular religion, however, because this deals with rituals and rules and those kinds of things. It can also deal with marriage, and so that could be a possible future thing for you guys. Also, the Hierophant represents the sign of Taurus. Let's see. So, if, initially, right now maybe, you're going through a period where he's sort of off limits, but this is also a sign saying that this could be your future husband too, as well. So we have the Nine of Swords, or wife. The Nine of Swords could represent some difficult times, a struggle, a little bit of lack of faith or lack of hope for the future. But you see, as soon as you get into that lack mentality or that mode where you feel like you're giving up, then you see in the distance the ship coming in. So I feel like that's a promise of things to turn around, to get better. Things, and you're, you have each other, even if you can't feel each other physically. There's this connection between you and your person. This could represent another person, like a friend, but it definitely could represent you and your person as soulmates or as twin flames, that you're always connected, you'll always be by each other's side. Just when one feels like they just can't do this anymore, the other one will say, no, hang in there. Let's work on this, All right. Sometimes it could be also a worry about too many possibilities, too many choices, like, what do I do? There's so many choices. No, don't pick something else. Work on this, and maybe, I feel like this is Spirit telling you, and telling you about what you need to do, but also about your person, that you guys need to stay focused on each other. you can be happy in your, you can be happy in yourself. You can be happy in your environment, happy in your beauty. You know, you get to this point of just feeling really, really good in your skin and in your surroundings and what you're doing. And then you don't have to worry so much about, you know, choosing, because there won't be a choice anymore. There's just you, and then there's all this pouring of love towards you. Like it's like you're the pot that is receiving all this love. But you don't have to make any choices. You just receive. That's all you have to do. That's your only job here. Okay, let's see. We got the actual messages coming in. So the Sentimental Silhouettes that comes in this nice little tin. Let's see. This is also called His Feelings. But I gave it the neutral name of Sentimental Silhouettes. That way you can, you know, whether you're male or female, masculine, feminine, you can find yourself in these messages from your person. This is their feelings. Okay, what is your person feeling right now? Ooh, they're enchanted. I'm mesmerized and amazed by your loveliness. We're not going to take that. That's a big chunk. We're not going to take that. One at a time, please, Spirit. Okay, mystified. A little bit mystified. Feeling perplexed and a little bewildered. I think maybe they're just trying to figure out what's good, what's to do next. But they feel like you're divine masculine. I am your counterpart. So this is definitely a masculine out there, but it still can be male or female. I'm your counterpart. I am complete when I'm with you. You're the missing piece. We travel our life path together. Okay? So that's how they're feeling. Now, if you're a masculine cross watcher, that's how you're feeling towards your person. Maybe you're the one feeling like a masculine, and maybe you're feeling mystified or they're feeling mystified. Either way. But here's some messages from your person, or from your higher self even. The other half of you, if you're mostly a feminine, you could be receiving messages from your masculine side. Alright, let's see what messages they have to say. And these are the Enchanted Embrace Love Lyric cards. You can get these also 2 places. I know you have options. Why me? That kind of goes back to the 7 of Cups. You make me feel alive. Oh, here we go. There is a place. Will you meet me there? So there looks like there is a meeting coming up. Are you coming to the tree? So the place is near a special tree that signifies something for you. Or the tree could be a metaphor or a symbol for a special anything that you already have established with this person, you know. Or maybe you carved initials on a tree or something like that. Maybe there is just a special meeting place that only you know. Somewhere only you know. Why don't we go somewhere only we know? Something like that, you know. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. So this could be about traveling, you know. Traveling to that place where you might meet. Maybe it's 500 miles away, or maybe it's 1,000 miles away. All right, next we're going to use Deja's deck and see what she has to say about what this deck has to say. The personal power. This is basically, actually, this is your higher self. What does your higher self have to say about this situation? Your person, what to do about the situation? What should you do? What kind of advice is going to come out? What kind of advice from personal power, from your personal power? Also has zodiac signs in here too, so that can be helpful. What is the final message here? What should you do? soul is really thinking about it. My higher self. My soul is longing for your peace, near to you, my people. There we go. Here we go. I am forgiving. All right, this relationship or this situationship or this person dealing with them will take a lot of forgiveness for you to forgive, and just plain forgiveness. I don't even see the number on here, do you guys? I am forgiving. Is that an 8? Oh, that must be an 8. I was like, well, that looks like a fun little tail or tattoo. Okay. So I am forgiving. There is no sense in punishing your future for the mistakes of your past. And Melanie Coulouris said that. Forgiveness is a way to set yourself free. It does not mean you have to give anyone another chance or what they did was okay. You're simply releasing the anger and turmoil it has caused you and moving on from the experience. Sometimes we don't even realize that we have resentment build up from something that happened many years ago. Forgiveness is like a superpower we all possess, but sometimes it takes time and effort to uncover. This could be going back to give your relationship a chance and forgive old hurts and pains, That's a tough one, I understand, but think about what you truly, truly, truly want. If you really want this person, being angry at them is not going to bring them closer to you. You have to forgive the things that hurt you and give them a chance to show that there's more to them than those things that hurt you, right? Think about all the reasons why you want to be with them and focus on that. There's a lot of good in them and good things about them and good ways they make you feel that make you want to be with them. So forgiveness can be helpful in this situation. And it's, it isn't an easy thing to do, but when we find that power, it can provide us with healing and closure. And maybe this is a case that needs closure. There are different ways to work on forgiveness, such as meditation, journaling, tapping, and hypnotherapy, just to name a few. Emotional pain and resentment can often create a block in our life that keeps us from moving forward. It can affect us not only mentally, but physically as well. So write a list. Here's some journal prompts you can do. Write a list of people or experiences that have hurt you in the past. After each one, write, "I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you." For more on this, look up the Ho'oponopono, the Hawaiian forgiveness mantra. So yeah, that'd be very helpful. How do you feel when you cannot forgive someone? And what would help you to forgive someone or something? So this woman is looking over her shoulder. She's been hurt, but now has trust issues. The memories still trigger her emotional wounds. She must learn to forgive and release herself from that burden. So even if you are not revisiting a current relationship or past, or an ex or anything like that, in order for you to move on to a good, healthy, happy new relationship, you have to be able to forgive any hurts of the past that weren't anything that you did wrong. It didn't happen, didn't happen to cause you to be in a state where you won't receive new love. It happened so you could learn more about yourself, and you can be a bigger, more full person for the future love that's coming in your life. So try to look at it that way. Try to look at these past pains as growing experiences that make you richer and more whole and more interesting and dynamic in every way. So for that next person that comes in, you have so much more rich qualities to share with them. You have a deeper knowing and understanding of things. Okay, so let's get to your charms now. Okay. Oh, see, date night and some sex. Woohoo! And you've got the orange marble, which I designate to signify the planet Jupiter. So all my marbles are planets. And the orange one's Jupiter, which is all about good luck and fortune. And you've got pixie dust, so magic in the air. And you have the fish, which means fame and fortune again. Fortune and money and good luck and honors. Only time will tell with Asia, but Asia could represent to the continent. It could represent other songs that Asia sings, the band. You got sea, you've got love, you've got a picnic basket. For some of you, it might be a little bit cold for a picnic, but hey, you can have a picnic in Texas, or at least in the southern part of Texas. Ooh, Christmas might bring you some special gift, some special stocking stuffers coming for you. You have the wheel of love, 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 love. This is the one that says love, love, love all the way around. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, see? And so I just feel like this is definitely as above, so below. Whatever you put into this situation, you will receive. So if you really, really want this person, then just show your love, you know? And it may not happen really fast overnight, but eventually with enough consistency and motion, this will happen. Now, I also think, this has to do with direction. It has to do with cycles. It could have to do with that crescent moon. It could have to do with other moon cycles, also planetary alignments and things. Right now, we're entering yet another new phase. So we got out of Mercury retrograde. We had we having certain planets are going direct again, which is helpful. And we have a new moon in Scorpio. So all of these things are kind of shift things into a new direction. And with new directions, we have a little bit of an adjustment phase, and then something might happen. So just be on the lookout. You might be heading in a new direction. If the direction you're in doesn't feel right or feels against the grain or uncomfortable, then change your direction. You could be very fertile right now, though, so if you do have sex, then and you want children, it's good timing right now. But if you don't want children, then make sure you take your precautions. And then we have Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel blows his horn and gives you he's the archangel of the tarot card of judgment and awakening and new beginnings. And also just pay attention, be alert. Something is coming, so don't sleep too long. Don't sleep past your alarm clock. Sleep light in the morning so you can actually hear your alarm clock to know when it's time to awake, to get up. It's kind of that feeling. It's like, don't sleep too deep, or don't be in denial mode or in dream mode too much that you don't notice the wake up call when it comes. But definitely do go out, enjoy the weather, get your exercise. Oh, you might be feeling a little cooped up, like the caged bird, cabin fever, something like that. If that happens to you, take a drive, take a walk in the park, do some of the things that you can do, that you're allowed to do safely, right? But just know that a lot of love relationships are being affected by this feeling of being distant and caged. And so don't put the blame on the person. Don't put blame on anybody, really. Just focus on the things that you can do, and focus on happiness and connectivity and good times and a positive future. And 0 times anything is 0, but also you add a 0 onto that 10,000, then you get 100,000, then you get 1,000,000, and it just grows and grows and grows. So I feel like there's this exponential possibility of growth here. Like bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And also 0 is the Pluto number, and it represents also, to me, it's very similar, like to me, the infinity, but it's never ending. It's like the snake eating its own tail. And Yeah, and cycles. And then we have the bicycle. So there is a cycle here. So, and C for cycle, like really pay attention to the cycles right now. Something is at maybe at a certain spot now, maybe not a whole lot of activity right now, but then it's going to start to blossom and the caring connections are coming in for you, okay? All right, well, I hope you like that. I'm going to move on to the next. Before I do, I'm just going to give you guys hugs. Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful birthday messages and gifts. And this is one of the most generous birthdays I've ever had. You guys have been amazingly sweet with your gifts and just your beautiful words. And I have had a lovely few days. Despite my kitties being a little bit under the weather, Poe is doing much better now, so thank you also for your prayers for him. Thank you guys so much. And if you're not a member and you don't, or a subscriber and you have no idea what I'm talking about, feel free to join the club. Become a sparkle of light. Just push the subscription button and the bell for notifications. Hang out with me on Instagram and see what kind of artwork I do over there. And over there is where I post daily my life stuff, so you can see what's going on in my life. Have my birthday pictures up. Come sing with me on Smule so you can enjoy that too. And before I go though, I'm going to shout out my Full of Faith members. These are people who are just amazing and give me monthly donations every month to be part of this channel, like in a more permanent, fixed way. And they also, in return, receive monthly readings. So the top group is the Platinum Pixies: Huriel Gomez, Cheryl Borelli, Mary Doyle, Lupe C., Amira Deshawn. Next group are the Golden Fairies: Curly Girl, Ritz, and Mary Joy. Then the Full of Faithers: V. George, Claudia Coxis, Anastasia Motina, Rosie Siberia, and Andrea. And then my Sparkles of Light: Jessica, Syrian, Patricia, Caitlin, Mayan, and Cecilia. Thank you all so much. I'm moving on to the next. Alright, and here's pile number 2, which is the Happy Family. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. And this is kind of like, I actually had sort of this vision or dream that looked a lot like this. I had a meditation while I was taking a bath and my vision looked like this, but it was twin flames holding hands, and then all like the children's of the twin flames spread out through the whole beach, all connected and then connected with the world. And I just feel like this is a beautiful card of connectivity. All right, so this is closeness, fun, and caring. The rainbow over this happy family portends a time of joy and celebration. Close connections are available, so don't overlook the fun and frivolity that a friend or a family experience can bring. I had a very nice family experience for my birthday. The value that you find in a truly loving relative or friend brings a higher vibration to your life force. You may be distracted or busy, but remember to put this part of your life in the forefront of your priorities. If you're single, finding this card in your spread could help indicate a potential meeting and perhaps a relationship with someone who has children from a previous marriage. This ready-made family might bring some challenges, but it could be your destiny in this lifetime. This card may also simply signify a celebration coming up, such as a wedding, anniversary, or birthday party. Enjoy. So I just had my birthday, but some of you still out there having birthdays, like my friend Melanie. And I just feel like I've had a lot of I've had this card come out sometimes, or other cards that talks about men with kids or women with children, single moms or whatever, and people would comment, "Oh, I don't want anybody in my life that already has children." I'm like, well, that's very kind of narrow-minded, right? You don't know what kind of loving good times can come from a ready-made family, So I wouldn't put that, I wouldn't. To me, love is love is love is love, and it's a blessing, and to not receive it into your life because somebody already has children, I feel like that puts a silly boundary or a limitation that's not necessary, So that being said, some of you might find this, but if not, you might you might be looking at somebody who is interested in building a family with you, and that's good too. I feel like those of you who are drawn to this card, maybe this is something that you're wishing for, you know, something to grow for. A lot of you also comment, not a lot of you, some of you out there have commented, oh, why don't you read for older audience? I'm like, well, I'm 52, so I'm reading from my point of view in a sense. Mostly there's people of all age ranges and all desires in whatever range of their life they're in. Just because you're in the 20s doesn't necessarily mean you want to get married. And just because you're in the 30s doesn't necessarily mean you want to have kids, you know, like, and how do you focus on your age range? That's kind of silly, you know. I focus on the spirit and your soul, and then the messages you pick up and you use them to create your own destinies. I'm not telling you anything, right? This is just a guide for you to connect with yourself, you know, to connect with your soul and your desires. So I feel like maybe that's why you picked this pile, because part of your desires has to do with this. And this is, you know, this is kind of my vision too, of all of us in a general sense of being this earthly happy family. So if you like this, let's use this affirmation to help you bring this into your life. I open myself to a new and deeper experience of family, and I am ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I need. All right, I'm going to get to your cards, but I have to pause for this noise for a minute. All right, the first deck I'm going to use is my Faery Forecast Oracle deck that you can find now on Make Playing Cards. So excited. And if you want, you can order this book from me and I will send that to you. All right, let's see now. What is your forecast? This kind of helps with timing and just sort of like the atmosphere of the situation between you and your person. What is your forecast? Faery Forecast. Let's see. Ooh, spring. All right, I know it seems a long way away, but just know spring is going to be a very ideal time of year for you. This may be where everything that you ever wished for comes true. And if you only have to wait 2 more seasons, you know, wait through winter until spring to know that everything you wish for will come true, then I would be okay with that, you know. I would say, okay, I'll take it. And so you know what that means. In the meantime, you have to hold your karma, you know, do good deeds, don't overreact, be kind, be generous, and keep attracting and let that new situation come in. It's the season for new buds and dreams coming true. And so the time is going to be ripe. It's time to plant seeds of abundance and watch them grow in all areas of your life. So definitely the love area is going to be big for you in spring. Let's see what the romance angels have to say. Now, I hope this sound of the saw isn't too annoying. Otherwise, I will stop. But let's see what the romance angels have to say first. Here we go. This is the baby cherub angels and some of the archangels as well. I saw chemistry. Oh, there it goes. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And this magnet is pulling you guys in. It's pulling you closer and closer and closer. It could happen sooner rather than later, but if you want the timing to be just right, like just the perfect peach or the perfect avocado, then just wait and it'll happen. If you want to jump the gun and have a okay, so slightly bitter, tangy avocado or slightly hard peach, then go ahead and take, then rush it a little bit. But no, I would say let it develop. I think this is good. Ooh. All right, let's see what your Erotic Enchantment says. You can get this deck on Make Playing Cards. That's all the information in the description box below. All right, let's see what you get. What is going on in this situation? What kind of lovey-dovey, sexy stuff is happening here? Definitely chemistry, so there's got to be some kind of sexy connection, I think, here. What does this say? Oh, this one did come out. The kissing card, passionate indulgence. Pile 1 had a lot of hugs and kisses, and this one is the passionate kissing indulgence. So really focusing on the kissing part. And the magnetism, just this pull that you can't deny, a very strong pull together. Just, so don't deny it, just let it happen. All right, so also this is the silver-edged version of my deck of Enchanted Romance. So if you're interested in that, it's now available. I'm so excited on Make Playing Cards. Comes in this very nice matte box. I did this embossed myself, so but the box itself is very nice and smooth and matte. So I guess that kind of added a little cost to it, but it's very nice to keep it safe. Okay. Here we go with your tarot reading. What is going on in this situation? What will we find out? You need to work on, or that's coming towards you. Let's see. What's happening in your situation? Oh, this one came out in pile 1 as well. So this could be like the next step. Oh, but the Hierophant also came out. Interesting. So both of these coming out again, talking about something that is untouchable. That kind of makes you lose hope for a while, but there's an end to the rainbow. There's positivity coming through, so stay focused. You as well, stay focused, because there is a ship coming in the horizon that will change the course of things and make things better for you. So don't lose hope. This is a kind of don't lose hope card. Things will get better. And it's also showing this connection. So this could also be twin flame soulmate connection here as well. And it's also showing that, when one of you is down, the other one might have to take up the slack and be the one that has the hope, And when the other one, vice versa, you might have to change roles every once in a while in order to keep this feeling of hope alive. Because there's going to be times where it just feels like it's hopeless, but it's not. There is a magnet that's pulling you, and you're meant to have this. You're meant to have this moment. You're meant to have this, the happy family. One more card to see if how this difference. What is the next step after pile 1? Which is one I've already read, but if you're looking at it in a different order, you might. I'm shuffle again so I can get just one. Okay, there we go, 1. All right, so the 2 of Pentacles. Now we did have like a flash of the Hanged Man, which is fine too. It's a suspended period of time, but after the suspension is overcome, there's going to be a sense of working this out. So 2 of Pentacles is all about being able to do all of what you desire to do. It basically is the juggler card, right? It's juggling everything, but it's being happy doing it. It's you can eat your cake and have it too, and you can it's the cherry on top. It's having it all. You can do all of the things. It's like it makes me think of the career woman. And so here, back to some of you single moms or dads out there, you know, who want to be, who are having to focus on career and family. You can have both. A lot of women in the day used to have to make a choice whether they wanted a career or wanted to take care of their kids. And these days they're doing everything, you know. Same with men. And sometimes men, you know, just felt like their only role was to be the provider, but now they're able to be more than that to their kids as well. So I just feel like this Two of Pentacles means you'll be this way for each other, a support system. This to me talks about a great support system, amazing chemistry and lots of good kissing and a great support system. That's how you're going to make this happen. So this definitely feels a little more mature to me, this pile, for those of you who are a little bit older. Not so much the crush situation, but if you are dealing with a crush, then know that this could grow into something, you know, more substantial here. You know, even if you've been through heartache and heartbreak and you feel a little disillusioned about love, I feel like this is going to happen. This could happen. All right, so next we have, well, my Sentimental Silhouettes that come in this cute tin on makeplayingcards.com, and you can also get in my Etsy shop. Right now I got a whole bunch. So let's see, what are their feelings? What are their feelings? Okay, what are their feelings? Feelings. Let's see, what are their feelings? Ooh, they feel bewitched by you. So you have me under your spell. There is an irresistible mystery to your beauty. The light is so bright. It's like I'm not doing this on purpose. It's my light. Ooh, this is my favorite one. A romantic surprise. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Enjoy the music of the night. So a possible date night where you're going to have a nice, beautiful evening connection with the bats and some good kissing. Ooh, and then he'll feel quite encouraged. I will win your heart no matter what it takes. You are so precious to me. He or she, but just know that, oh, and then you had Twin Flame at the bottom of the deck. Just know that your situation has so much potential, and you can have your cake and eat it too. That's what I'm getting out of this one. All right, so next we're going to have Enchanted Embrace. Speaking of embraces, let's see how fast we can do this before the noisy saw comes back out. You can also get this one on Make Playing Cards and on Printer Studio, the multicolored version. 2 choices. I think you can, I don't know if you can get this on Make Playing Cards or not, but you can definitely get the multi-choice color card on. Oh, see, they want to taste you, savor you. It sounds so sexy. I think they definitely want to do some kissing. Do you trust me? How did I get so lucky? I love this one. Oh, here we go. Some from the pile 1. Are you coming to the tree? And there's a place, will you meet me there, from pile 1 coming out again. So interesting connection here. So to top it all off, let's use Deja's deck, the personal power deck here. This kind of will tell you what your higher self wants to tell you. You know, like what should you do about this situation? This is your soul speaking to you, and it comes with some signs and astrological signs too, so you can maybe get some clues too of your future. But let's see, What's a good soul card, soul message for you in this pile number 2? Pile 1 had forgiveness. Let's see what pile 2 will have. I don't mean to be a spoiler, but you can go find out what the forgiveness is all about and how it relates to the pile number 1. And maybe it relates to this pile number 2. That's just like I'm saying, your story, your big story, the big picture story. What does your soul want to tell you in this pile? Besides the mirror, it's like looking at yourself, What is your story? All right, 2020 was different. I wonder why that message came out for you. Maybe it's kind of telling you, let go of 2020. There's things happen, whatever reason. Maybe some of this problems that happened in your relationship had to do with the definite outside forces that you can't control, like the pandemic, okay? So focus on the spring. The spring is going to give you things that you're wishing for, okay? All your dreams coming true. So let's see what your future self, your soul, maybe your future self from spring will tell you what's up next year. Let's see. Oh, okay, here we go. This says, I surrender. Oh, well, you didn't have the surrender card, but pile 1 had the surrender card. Interesting. I surrender and I am ready. Ah! They look a little bit scared but excited. I like these. These are cute. Okay. So I surrender, like I'm ready? Question mark. I surrender. I surrender to my soul's desire. Here we go. Have you been so overwhelmed trying to make something happen, and no matter how hard you try, something always seems to get in the way? That seems like 2020, right? There are times things are beyond our control, or we are not meant to take action. Everything is about ebb and flow, and we have to learn to acknowledge that time and simple surrender. Tune into what the universe wants you to do. Surrender, have fun, do something adventurous, and let life be in your inspiration or your spark. And then when you surrender to life's plan, it brings you the people and the opportunities necessary to proceed to take the next step. Take a break, allow your mind to be still, go for a walk, take a quiet bath or a shower. Meditate or swim, journal and write down your thoughts. It can take an hour to get clarity, or it can take days, weeks, or even more. But trust that when you're meant to take action, that spark of clarity will reveal itself to you. Knowing when to take action will come to you, that moment of like, okay, now, but not yet. Right now it's in like the not yet. Okay, now, now you're ready. Then you're going to get to that point where you're ready. And then you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. There's going to be that fated meeting. So some journal prompts. What have you spent a lot of time and effort towards and still hasn't worked out? When has surrendering worked for you? And how can you tap into that power now? How can you surrender when you don't know what's happened next? How can you surrender when you don't know what happens next? Right? All right, so this is a woman floating in the water. She's reached a point where she can no longer force things to happen no matter how hard she tries, so she finally surrendered. She has distanced herself away from what is not working and is simply waiting for the green light from the universe. And that's all we can do really sometimes, Surrender, let go, rest, trust, stillness, relax, and wait. Because when you're ready, you're ready, okay? If we wait until we're ready, we'll be waiting for the rest of our lives, is what Lemony Snicket says. You are ready for something new. It may be scary, but know that the universe is always supporting you. It may not be easy, but it will help you grow. There are a lot of things we simply can't be prepared for, but we learn along the way. You may never feel ready for some of the greatest things in your life. Sometimes you just have to do it and figure it out along the way. You may have heard the phrase, done is better than perfect. If you've been wondering whether you are good enough or experienced enough to do something, this card is telling you, yes, you are. And I think in your love relationship, it's like, Oh, maybe you're just waiting for, I need to lose 5 more pounds. Or maybe you're waiting for, I don't know, whatever your excuse is. The world's got to be a better place. Like some of you, have these kinds of excuses when it comes to making families, for example. Saying, I don't have money right now to have a family, or this or that, the other thing. But usually when it happens, everything falls into place. You get the support system that you need when you do take the action that is right for you. See, it's the not taking action that leaves you in this very tense situation that you feel is not you. But when you, of course, the surrendering is a kind of action, right? It's the releasing, it's the trust, surrendering to the universe, surrendering the how, not trying to focus so much on how it's going to happen, but just surrendering the how. You can take action by your energy and focus on yourself and preparing yourself. But then once you're ready, you're ready. Just know. Don't have to guess anymore. You'll know exactly when the time is ripe and right. And the universe gives it to you. And say thank you at that point. At that point, that's all you say is thank you. Yes, I'm ready. Thank you. I receive. Those of you out there, when you write down your messages down below and you say, I receive, you better be ready when you say I receive, because the universe will bring it to you. So the universe wants to see, are you ready? Because you asked for it. Okay, so let's see what your charms have to say. All right. Let's see, you got Belle. You're entering the room with love. That's exactly what you got to do. Keep that love focused until the perfect time arrives. You've got good luck. You have an idea. Ever, you got the bells are ringing, church bells. This could be like an engagement. What if you get engaged in the spring? What if he finally says, please, Belle, will you marry me? Wow, all right, you've got Mr. Spock, that guy that you've had your eye on. He might be a bit of a nerd, but he's a sweet nerd. He loves you very much. He loves you forever and ever. He is also kind of a dual personality. One side is the bit of a nerd. The other part of him is sort of the very hot rock star type. The good guys are winning, okay? The good guys are winning. The X-Wing fighter means the good guys are winning. We've got a good week coming up, all right? So I know this is your weekly messages, and a lot of times the weekly messages dives real deep into the future. And I feel like the reason why they're giving you this weekly message of something exciting happening in the spring is that you can have your spring right now if you really want to. You can attract it in right now. But I feel like this is kind of a necessary hope that you need, because you may have been feeling hopeless about the future. And if you can change that hopeless feeling around to a positivity and a happy manifestation, and a surrender to the how, and the surrender to the when too. Like don't keep focusing on time is flying by and I'm getting old and all of that. Don't focus on those things. Focus on just being the wonderful you that you are. You're going to make a beautiful family, it looks like. This tree just represents health, the roots, like deep roots, growing out branches and having amazing connections with the whole world, within your circle of family, but also with branching out to other people, like-minded souls. I just feel a beautiful, like this tree just makes me think of a beautiful connectivity with the whole world. The 15th, all right, so 15th we had our new moon, and I think that's bringing some specific changes for you. Namaste. You have the rainbow here. Oh, this is like amazing changes, excitement, psychic connection, power. Rainbow means chakras aligned. Rainbow. And also could be a shout out to LGBTQ community, that you're seen, you're heard, you're loved. Oh, and also transgender, Isn't this is like transgender week or something like that? So anybody who feels kind of like, you know, unheard or out of the norm or a little bit different, your love is important as everybody else's love, and love is love is love. The sun is coming out, the sun is shining. See, when the sun hits the rain in the sky, it causes these rainbows, and it's the water and the air and the sun shining that all make these beautiful rainbows. Somebody's tall and beautiful with this giraffe here, and also deep and beautiful with the mermaid. And look, you got joy, Christmas joy. So maybe you're going to have to forego Thanksgiving joy, but you're going to have a lot of Christmas joy. It's so funny because I've noticed that in my charms. I've seen a lot of autumn charms come out, but not a whole. I mean, I don't actually have any Thanksgiving charms. I don't even have one turkey at all. But anyway, but I definitely see a lot of Christmas joy for people in these readings. You have Our Lady of Fatima, and Our Lady of Fatima is all about Lady of Fatima is, let's see, what is Our Lady of Fatima talking about? Well, I thought I wrote that down. Anyway, she appeared, this is the Portugal lady, the Portugal appearance of Mary to the people. And so this, to me, could be just a symbol of motherhood, a symbol of you know, praying to the mother saints, to the feminine out there, connecting with your feminine spirit guides, those that can help you, whether you're male or female. I feel like that mother energy is very good here, and this kind of unconditional love that Belle gives, you know, the Belle. She's the Belle. Okay, so, well, I hope you like that, you guys. I'm going to move on to the next. Before I do, I'm just going to give a hug to my subscribers. Hello, visitors. You're welcome to hit the subscription button and push the bell. Definitely push the bell. You guys have to push the bell because the bell came out. And if you didn't already. And if you need anything, check out the description box. If you want any of these decks that you see here, check out the description box. Besides Deja's deck and Dorian Virtue's deck, the rest of them you can find, and Energy Oracle, the rest of them you can find on the links that I give you below. All right, before I go, I'm going to shout out my members who are special people who gave me monthly things, monthly subscriptions. And speaking of monthly things, for my birth, not that kind of monthly thing. My birthday was yesterday, and I just want to say thank you, everybody who gave me gifts. Those so special. All those of you who gave me sweet, kind wishes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel very full of joy and gratitude for all your kindnesses. I'm wearing Melanie's earrings, her fairy earrings that she and her ring that she gave me, and also Trini, who gave me this ring? Another one, oh, beautiful. Oh, I think this was a Cheryl. Cheryl gave me this ring, and the beautiful candle, and just so many beautiful goodies from everybody. Thank you so much. I like gifts, I have to say, but what moves me more is that the attachment behind them, you know, makes me feel so connected to you guys. So I appreciate it, and I love you. And so here we go with the Platinum Pixies: Huriel Gomez, Cheryl Borelli, Mary Doyle, Lupe C, Mary Deshawn, Curly Girl, Ritz, Mary Joy, V. George, Claudia, Anastasia, Rosie, and Andrea, and then my Sparkles of Light: Jessica, Surian, Patricia, Caitlin, Maya, Brian, Cecilia. Thank you, everybody. Moving on to the next. All right, and last but not least, we have the man holding a heart. Everybody likes the man holding a heart because they want him to give you a heart. So the man holding a heart is a little bit like pile number 2, except that pile number 2 is the family as a whole concept, you know, and the man with the heart could be somebody who has a family. So you could have picked this pile before pile 2, which could have been the happily ever after of this story. I don't know, you know, whatever you decide to do. Anyway, this is a male dealing with family, love, or emotions. And you could be the male actually out there that's watching this, whether you're watching for yourself, or you're cross-watcher, male, female, masculine, feminine. This is all for you. Put yourself where you see yourself. But this tender man sits with flowers all around, holding a heart in his hand. For a man, this signals a greater clarity about emotions and their purpose in your life. Or, as you, there could be a more balanced approach to family and love at this time. Even these have been confusing experiences for you in the past. And sorry guys, all through this video, I have been dealing with this saw, trying to pause it as much as I can so you don't have to deal with it. But yeah, the saw noise is so romantic. Anyway, even if these have been confusing experiences for you in the past, for some this card could signal the presence of a new man in your life, one who tends to saw, or I don't know, build things, to be more thoughtful and aware. Whether or not this man is a love interest or a friend, he brings a high intention to help where personal projects, family, or home issues are concerned. That makes sense. You know, this guy, I think he's building a fence. I don't even see him. Like, where is this sign coming from? And so your affirmation here is, I am comfortable with all my emotions. I honor and express them in appropriate ways. I feel peace. So there you go. And we'll begin in a second. I guess I'll pause for a second and let them get tired. All right. And now we're going to use my Faery Forecast, which is now available on Make Playing Cards and Faery Forecast Oracle. This kind of gives us a little bit. You can also get the book from me if you like. Just email me and I'll get you the book if you buy this deck. All right, so it's edged really pretty with silver. So let's see what this kind of talks about future events and sort of just the atmosphere of the situation. Oh my goodness, last week I did an actual channel message from your person, which took a lot out of me, and I actually needed a few days to rest after that. And then I had a personal private reading. Somebody wanted the same thing, which it does tire me out a little bit. So that's why I do this style, this kind of let the cards sort of speak in me, and just sort of an interpretive instead of a full out channeled message. The channel messages can get quite intense. All right, so let's see what your atmosphere, future, what's going to happen? What's a good message here for your situation? What's a good message for your situation? Let's see what this card's. Oh, pixie dust. Perfect. All right. So pixie dust it's the third step in the 3-step process: faith, trust, and pixie dust. 3 steps in order to fly. Okay, and so pixie dust, like I said, is the final step to manifestation. It's, you have the faith, which is believing what you can't see. Trust is surrendering the how, letting the universe. Ooh, and we had that surrendering feeling in the other 2 piles. And then finally you have this magic. This could be anything, like a guide, a guardian, a friend, energetic helpers, light and magic workers, serendipity and synchronicity, the divine timing, this just miracle essence that applies to your situation, that final push that brings about the situation that you so desire. All right, so let's see what your romance angels have to say. Romance angels, these are from the beautiful cherub angels, and also we get some advice from the archangels. Let's see what they say. Okay. What is a good card? What is a good message for you in this situation, pile number 3. Ooh, you got 2 coming out. So you have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And children, your love life is being affected by children. So the fact that you picked this guy right here, man holding a heart, he's somebody that deals with family. It could be somebody that's good with your own children, or somebody that has children, like a connection to pile number 2 with this big family thing coming out. Or it could be that you're behaving more like you're approaching things like children, like with big eyes, an adventurous spirit, with a loving heart, with joy, with that learner's permit attitude, like you're revealing each other things about yourselves to each other like that, and you're like giddy, like school kids falling in love, it could be something like that. Or some of you could be that kind of scenario, and some of you it could be dealing with. So if you're connecting with pile number 2, or the bigger picture of all 3 piles, I definitely see sort of a family situation happening. If you're just picked in pile number 3, and let's say you're dealing with a crush, totally could be a cute guy that is attracted to you. There's sort of magic in the air between you, and you feel like, playful kids together. You feel, as you get to know each other, you feel this sort of lighthearted, happy energy between each other. All right, let's see what your erotic enchantment has to say. So this is all about, passionate feelings. What kind of sexual or passionate feelings do you have for each other here? This deck you can get in Printer Studio, and that link is below. What is this one? Should I pick it? Oh, yes, ecstasy. Very nice. Surrender to the sensations. So we're having a lot of surrender in these cards. It's like surrender the house, surrender to the universe, surrender to your feelings, surrender to the chemistry. You're getting to know each other. If you surrender, if you trust the universe and let go, then the universe will bring along this magic that you desire to complete this circle for you guys. So you're going to have magic come to you. All right, so let's see what's next. Next, we're going to use the tarot to see what your tarot story is here. So this is the Silver Edition Enchanted Romance. If you're interested, it's now available as well. Okay. So occasionally you're able to find this on my Etsy shop. It's not one that I stock very often. Now you can get it easily. Of course, it won't be blessed, but you'll still be able to get it. And it's in a nice box. It comes in a very nice little matte box. It's very, very nice protective box there. Okay, let's see what your... Ooh, look at that. You are the Empress. They are so... Look at what a cute couple you guys make. Wow. And you're sexy too. But see, you're in your divine essence. You are totally there. It's like you're about to receive because, you're the High Priestess as well. What a woman. You have this amazing connection. So you definitely are either a mother or have mothering qualities, no doubt about it. If you're not a mother, don't worry about it. You're going to make a great mother one day. Or if you are a mother, that they see that in you, and it's part of the allure and appeal to you. They're like, wow, you're so beautiful. And by the way, everyone, this original artwork showed all these different women of different ethnicities, and I thought it was important to show everyone, because you don't have to be this woman. You could be this woman, all of these women are the women of the world. All are empresses. They're all amazing and beautiful. And the High Priestess is all about the moon goddess and being connected, psychically connected, intuitive. You just have a very good intuition. Look, you got the Emperor at the bottom. Let's see if he comes out. Okay, this definitely could be a twin flame relationship. But the fact that these two very beautiful, it could also be same-sex relationship, possibly. You know, there is that. But I feel like this two sides of you. And look, this card came out in pile 2, right? Yeah. This was sort of the answer or the final card for pile 2. This is sort of this being able to work together. It could also represent, again, look at the cute little redhead and a brunette. Like, it could be same sex, but it could also represent the ability to cooperate. It could also represent the ability to juggle everything. You can have your cake and eat it too, like in pile 2. You can have your family and a career. You can travel and have a family that travels with you. You could be like the Von Trapp family and sing together and travel the world together. Whatever. I just see, you know, there's a possibility of children here and being able to have it all, do it all. Okay. And juggle. Being very and happy about the juggling. It's like the twin flame at the bottom. The juggling is, to me, the juggler shows the guy with the balls juggling around, and behind him are the ships. The ships represent commerce and work, and the juggling represents entertainment and fun. So I just feel like all of that is possible. In this card, the two women with their arms crossed, it just means like a connection or an intersection. You'll find a place to intersect your desires, you know. There is a way, you know, to cross paths, to intersect your both of your desires that you have. So let's see what your person's feelings are. This is the Sentimental Silhouettes that you can also get in all my shops. You can get the tarot size version on Printer Studio, and you can get the tin from Etsy. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, somebody feels a little left out. Feeling chill and distance. This could be your challenge in this situation. The distance between you two. There could be a distance. But I feel like the distance is really only illusion because there is a connectivity. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see. Oh, okay. This one flipped out. Celebrating. So maybe something happening at Christmas, but I see kids again. So children could be part of the equation. Time to party. I have a gift for you. Let's share this special day together. So you might be, this group could be experiencing a party together soon. A beautiful Christmas. I see Christmas coming out a lot for people that, as a time where people are really going to be happy and enjoying time together. And there is a possible gift coming your direction. Pile 2, I saw springtime was like the ripe season for anything to happen, with a hint of something maybe happening at Christmas time too. So let's see what else. Let's see what else. Oh, your person feels in love with you. Cupid's arrow has struck, and I fall in love over and over with you. So even if they've already fallen in love with you once, they're falling over and over again. So this could be new, like a new crush, a new feeling in love again, love for the first time, or this could be somebody that you already know that you have sort of an established situation with that's coming around again, and you're falling in love again. Oop, the twin flame came out. So there you go. So you are twin flames. I knew somebody was twin flames here. I felt it a little bit in all 3 piles, but definitely showing up in pile number 3. My one, my love, my life, my other half. Like a great storm, the two of us shake the tree of life down to the hidden fiber of its roots. You guys can be twin flames, and you can be life mates as well. I feel like that's what this is talking about. You can have it all. You can overcome the distance, but maybe the distance is part of this pandemic issue that's affecting a lot of people, you know. So social distancing, right? Social distancing and children, whatever. Maybe the combination of the two is keeping people apart. So don't be mad at each other for that. Just know that, you know, there's chances here. There's a possibility here because, you know, this is a chance to get to know each other even deeper, even in the time that you're apart. Just keep getting to know each other. All right, let's see what these are. Enchanted Embrace, love lyrics. They're like love songs, titles, lyrics, and kind of a conglomeration of all of them. All right, let's see what kind of messages we got. Okay. Oh, you are wonderful. You can get these in my store too. Oh, this is a big pile, but let's read them all. You are the woman of my dreams. I want to grow old with you. I was just listening to the song again today. Can you feel my love? Can you feel the love tonight? You make me feel tingly. And this all seems like a fantasy illusion. Okay, so that part, the only part that's causing you guys any trouble is this feeling left out and feeling like it's a fantasy. If you can replace that feeling with a thought, replace that feeling with the thought and try to change that feeling around like you are together and not apart, or that this is not an illusion. Yeah, it's dreamy and amazing and wonderful and spiritual and 5D and everything, but it can be a 3D relationship as well. You can have the two intersecting things in your life that you're seeking, you know. You can have this amazing connection and a future and the man with the heart and all of it, and the passion and the celebrating and the connectivity. Okay, so finally let's go with Deja's deck. This is the Personal Power Oracle deck to see what the final message is. I feel like these are like from your soul and kind of like the mirror of your soul and your soul's desire, and maybe your future self as well. Okay, let's see what this has to say. They were not quite done the last time with the sign. So you can see. Okay. All right, let's give them another chance to finish up. All right, let's see what your final message is from your soul, from your future self, from your higher self. Let's see with this Personal Power Oracle deck. What kind of message can be related to this situation? Maybe the three piles in one, or maybe just you, this one pile, a specific message. Let's see what we get. This is like the mirror of your soul. Let's see. I was thinking about a dream. What was that dream? Just end up in the most unusual places in my dreams. You have I am fearless. Nice. And I am lovable and fearless. So it's like being brave and going out there. Also, I am fearless is Aries and Mars. So Aries, Mars energy here. So some of your things that you're going to do will be surrendering the house, surrendering being maybe in pile 2 if your pile 2 connects to your pile. And some of your action is actual action, or maybe your person is going to take action. Maybe they're finally going to overcome any kind of fears they might have had. Because like I flipped right to the I am ready. Pile 2 had I am ready. After I am ready comes the I am. Pretty close afterwards comes the I am fearless, you know? So ready to take this move. Courage. And then, in the serenity prayer, courage is one of the parts of the serenity prayer. It's not just about wisdom or, or deciding when is the right time or not. It's sometimes it is taking that courage and just making that step, whether with the knowledge or not, if it's going to work out, just do it and see. And then I think usually, like the pile 2 ended with the fact that just taking that step, the support systems will fall into place, right? So take that step. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. Maya Angelou said that. What is her fear? Really, what is it? We can't see or touch it. We can only feel it. Think of all the things that you're afraid of. How many of those things have you done despite being afraid to do it? The only thing keeping you from doing things is fear itself, which is really just a thought, a voice in your mind. So you might have certain feelings, but change those feelings, and you can change that feeling with replace a new thought, right? Just start thinking something consistently over and over again about being brave or being good enough or being strong or being beautiful or whatever it is that you're thinking. Those are like affirmations. Then that eventually will start to alter the feelings. Even if you didn't think your bad feelings could budge, believe me, they can. With the right kind of, and if you start to think positive things about yourself, other people will too, and then you'll get that reinforcement from others as well, which reinforces all the other good things and your good feelings that you have. So it's a beautiful cycle. You know how you can change it, right? So the more you do something that scares you, the smaller that fear gets until it disappears completely. It's truly remarkable. To do that, you must first come to full awareness of the reason you aren't doing something is because of fear. To find that fear and the possible outcome. Once you have identified the root of that fear and the worst case scenario, only you can find the courage to face that fear and watch that fear completely vanish and feel totally foreign to you as if it never even existed. And I see this happen. Like, this could, even if you're psychic, if you are this beautiful high priestess, which this can totally happen. You could have like a Anakin moment where you see things in the future. You know that you have that talent or that ability, that you're psychic and you see things in the future. And so this future vision could be a false positive. It could be some kind of vision that you don't even know the full answer behind it, the full scenario. So for example, the character Anakin has a dream. He sees his wife in misery, screaming in pain. He thinks she's dying, so he thinks this is a future vision of her dying, but it's actually a future vision of her in child labor. So think about that, think about what are your visions telling you? Are you getting the full picture? Or is only part of the picture coming to you? Just realize that even if you are truly psychic and you have all these amazing seer gifts and abilities, just know that sometimes you can still get it wrong. Sometimes some of the elements are missing in your visions, right? Also, something that you see maybe slightly in your mind, or something somebody tells you that you grab as if it's some kind of truth to your future, can make a self-fulfilled prophecy happen. So you're attracting this negative outcome to you. So keep your thoughts positive. Keep your, know what you truly want. What is it that you truly want? Focus on what you truly want, and don't focus on what you don't want, okay? Keep working on that. I have to work on that too, I promise you. I have to work on it probably more than you guys do. All right, so here's some journal prompts. What are you afraid to do? What are you afraid would happen if you did do it? And then what? Then what? Keep digging to the root. Just keep digging. What would you do? Then what? Then what? Then what? Then what? Then what? Some of the reasons why things happen to us is to help us to grow. Like, if we're put in a position where we have to challenge something and we have to fight, then maybe universe is saying, hey, you are a warrior and it's time to show that you have warrior skills. Use your warrior power and fight for what you want. So keep digging till you figure out what it is that you're afraid of, and so what, or if you're afraid to make a fool of yourself, like the Fool card comes out a lot for me because I'm kind of a fool, and but I don't see myself as a bad fool. I see myself as full of faith. Even when I fall on my face, I stand back up and dust myself off. So what if you fall down? So what if somebody even laughs at you? So what? Just let it go and keep going. Eventually you're going to get to your goal, and you will have the goal. That person standing around laughing is just going to stand around laughing and not get anything because they're just too busy laughing. So it's not about other people. It's not about what they want. I mean, maybe to some extent. Like, definitely if you have family, of course you're going to care about them. But realize the things that make you happy also affects those loved ones, because your happiness should be their happiness as well, right? Everybody should be on the same page of achieving happiness together. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, then write down what your best case scenario is. What if you can't can you have your best case scenario? Like, who says you can't? Who says you can't have your best case scenario, right? And what is the best case scenario if you faced your fear? If you faced your fear, if you did what you had to do to get the best case scenario, what would that look like? Make a list of things you wish you had the courage to pursue. You know what? Oftentimes the best case, almost either the best case or second to the best case scenario happens to me when I face my fears, honestly. So far, it really hasn't been very bad. Really hasn't. It really hasn't. When I've faced my fears and done a big step. There's some big losses that I had that were not very happy losses, but definitely had the star came out afterwards, and all the hope and the renewal and the good times happened afterward. Anyway, so make a list of things that you wish you had the courage to pursue. Which of those fears do you want to overcome? What action can you take today to overcome your fear? So this woman here, this fearless woman, she's a brave woman, has made the decision she no longer wishes to be afraid. She is determined to face her fear and be fearless once and for all. So courage, willpower, and bravery, and Aries or Mars. And then we have I am lovable. So we've got the yin and the yang here, the soft, lovable girl, and then the brave warrior masculine here. So I am lovable says, I am beginning to measure myself in strength, not pounds, sometimes in smiles. Lori House Anderson said that. I mean, I tell you what, that girl's figure is pretty cute to me, I think. So I didn't always believe I was lovable. It took many years of acceptance to finally realize that I'm lovable just the way I am. I only learned this after being loved by someone else, but I wish I had learned this on my own. There are still many women out there who, after many failed relationships, have given up on love or blamed themselves. They lost hope, but we were all lovable exactly the way we are, with all our flaws, especially because of our flaws. Your flaws are what makes us unique. So when we feel unlovable or too needy for love, we might attract the wrong people or even settle for the wrong relationships because we don't think we can find someone better. Kind of what I did with the first go around. But, and same thing happened to me. In retrospect, I was thinking, wow, I was pretty dang gorgeous. I could have waited for like a really amazing person, but I do appreciate the man that I did meet because I got 3 wonderful kids out of it. So no regrets for sure. But just saying, I definitely during that time of my period of my life, I had self-esteem issues, that I may still have a little bit of, but I'm definitely doing better now. But just like her, I felt lovable because he loved me, he thought I was great just the way I was. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, and it did help, but then other things got in the way. So, But that's not the important, we shouldn't be, that's where we get codependent on people. We shouldn't depend on people for our happiness or our love of ourselves. We should love ourselves with or without those people, right? So if you feel you need to change things about yourself for someone to like you or love you, that should be a warning. So don't do that, okay? So some journal prompts. When have you felt unlovable? What makes you feel loved? Which parts of you can you accept, love, and appreciate? So this beautiful woman stands wearing a beautiful white dress. She looks down at herself in doubt. She knows she isn't perfect. Maybe she has finally accepted her body the way it is. Maybe she still questions if she is lovable. Maybe she recollects her flaws and wonders if anyone could ever accept her the way she is. But unknown to her, others wonder if they could ever be as beautiful as her. Lovable, self-love, acceptance. So yeah, I feel that way. I do. I know people get are very sweet and kind and complimentary to me, but trust me, I do go through these feelings, and then I have to snap out of it. A lot of us do. You're not alone in this. Male, female, masculine, feminine, wherever you are in your situation, you definitely are, we go through these kinds of things. And to me, beauty is the soul, and the bodies are nice temples, they're attractive and everything, but the soul is so much more important, All right, so let's get to your charms now. So this pile has been through a lot. I can feel it, and I feel like sort of a hero here. Both the masculine and the feminine here are quite heroes. They've been through a lot. They've conquered a lot. They've achieved a lot. They've learning self-love as well. And I think they'll have their chance together, All right, let's... Okay, let's see what we got. Well, we've got the genie about to give you guys 3 wishes. And not just the genie. Look at all these outside influences coming in, swooping down to help you. A lot of magic happening here. You have got the faith, the believing when you didn't even see it. You've got the surrendering the trust. You've got the genie, the pixie dust. That's incoming magic coming to you to help make change in your world, to make your dreams come true. You're going to get your rock star, your Billy Idol. You have love. Oh, see, look, you got the whole shebang. All it takes is faith, trust, and pixie dust. There you go. All right, so you have all of it. All of it is incoming, and so much of it was your work, but that last part is the universe saying, okay, we got this, hold tight, it's coming. So maybe you're an artist, you're going to have quite a lot of abundance in all areas of life. That's a big pile of money right there. Also, your fishy is about fame and fortune and more piles of money coming to you. And honors. Ooh, maybe you're a singer out there. You speak your voice or sing your song. You've been working out and been exercising and looking good, fit and sexy. You got this is the CEO, Queen Dragon, the Lady Dragon here. She is amazing and powerful and strong and full of energy and excitement and dynamism. And then you have this Pentacle, which represents money and stability. The key to open up anything. You have the possibilities to open up things. You are someone very special, and someone that loves you is also very special. Traveling, there is a chance here. Maybe for Christmas time, there's traveling happening. You have deep, sweet communication. You have the Hamsa hand, which means you're protected in all the areas of your life. Something might be happening on the 18th. Is today the 18th or tomorrow? So yesterday was my birthday, 16th. Today is the 17th. Maybe tomorrow, if you're watching on real time, maybe tomorrow something exciting happening. You've got cello, a deep, beautiful voice, either you or your person, or maybe they play an instrument. You got 2 planes. Maybe you guys are meeting somewhere maybe you both are flying, but they're somewhere in the middle. And then look there, you got the planet Earth marble, which represents to me things coming into the 3D, like a meeting or an earthy situation, tangible, being together. The rooster before the cock crows. I heard that in my head. Before the cock crows. This reminds me of the Jesus story with Peter. You'll deny me 3 times. Don't deny your person. Okay, be aware. Be cautious. Don't sleep through your alarm clock. Wake up and smell the coffee. The coffee just poured. Wake up and smell the coffee. Early bird, early morning. You're waking up. You're waking up to this new sensation. On your hand, St. Joseph the Daddy. All right, so the rooster could also be the zodiac sign of your person, or, I feel like this could be the female could be the dragon maybe, but the masculine, or other way around, Anyway, but I have 2 of these dragons, and one is just sort of a regular, very beautiful 3D version, in silver, and then this one, I think Genevieve gave me this one. I was like, whoa, this could be my lady dragon. Like, she represents the female in power. But I think that's so cool that you have the 2 planes coming together, because didn't we have, are you coming to the tree? Like, yes. You, maybe not in this pile. Oh, you had it in pile 2, though. And pile 1 and 2 both had coming together to the tree or something. This one is something coming maybe at Christmas time. Maybe you're traveling toward each other. Anyway, but looks very promising to me. Very promising. All right, you guys. I hope you like that. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to comment below. Big hugs to all my subscribers. Hello to all my visitors. If you are new, please feel free to be a subscriber and hit the bell for notifications. And check out the description box. You can see links to most of these cards. Well, you can see that this is the Energy Oracle, and this is Deja's deck, the Power Oracle. But the other decks that I created, you can find the links to where to buy them in the description box below, and other ways that you can connect with me, like on Instagram, where I've been drawing pictures, and on Smule, where I'm singing songs. I'm quite a fairy, you guys. So anyway, those of you who want to follow me, you can keep following me, and be members and become subscribers, and just and get some nice low-cost monthly readings. So if you want to be in a kind of a subscription situation, do that. And I'm going to call out all my beautiful members, starting with the Platinum Pixies. Everybody gets a tier. The top tier is Platinum Pixies with Huriel Gomez, Cheryl Borelli, Mary Doyle, Lupe C, and Amira Deshawn. Then we have the Golden Fairies, Curly Girl, Ritz, and Mary Joy. The Fool of Faithers, V. George, Claudia, Anastasia, Rosie, and Andrea. And my Sparkles of Life, Jessica Surian, Patricia, Caitlin, Maya, Brian, and Cecilia. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to comment and let me know your experiences, and also if they resonated. Also, let me know if you could hear the saw and if it bothered you too much. But otherwise, I did my best to pause so the saw could do its thing and you wouldn't have to listen to it. Anyway, I'll see you next time. I'll probably be out tonight for live. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing the live tonight. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. Faye, Trust, and Pixie Dust.